that's a wrong word I'm using, just a farming, till it and keep it. You be a gathering, okay? So you work the land, but keep it for the future generations. You take whatever is necessary for you, but at the same time, leave the remaining resources in working condition for the future generations. That is called till it and keep it. Today, whether you know or not, every political leader, 220 country leaders are using this word now, sustainable development. You open the television, sustainable development. You open cell phone, WhatsApp, everybody talks about sustainable development. That word comes from Genesis 2:15. They may not realize it is from the Bible, but the biblical, at last they are coming to the biblical notion of sustainability. So today, till it and keep it. That is what Pope is interpreting. He is not reinterpreting the Genesis text, chapter 1, 26, 27, 28. He is not giving you a real new interpretation, because he knows very well we will listen to the new interpretation, again we will bounce back. Suddenly one day we will go and fall again in the same interpretation. So he completely rejects that and comes to 2:15. So that's a very good model for our future sustainable development. Use it, but keep resources for the future generations. And comes the mystery of the universe. I mean, it's a mystery. What do you know about Earth? Science, it calls it nature, but we call it a creation. I mean, nature means nobody is in charge. It is natural selection. It is a chance. Darwinian natural selection. Okay? But creation means there is a creator. He is in charge. And he is constantly taking care of it. It's not only he is the creator, and he is a participant in the creation. He is not only God of creation, he is God in creation with us, Emmanuel. So, he is completely mysterious. We can't really explain everything, whatever we see. We tend to interpret with scientific models as if we know everything, but still it is mystery. We can explain sun. For example, hydrogen is turned into helium in the sun, and then we get the sunlight. That is what scientists say. But what scientists can't explain, why hydrogen wants to turn into helium. That question we can't answer. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. So there is a mystery in the universe. Even the human being is a mystery. Every creature is a mystery. And the next one is the message of each creature in the harmony of creation. Every creature brings a message. You know mosquitoes? Night time they come and make a small noise. SMS. They come and say, hello, good evening. And immediately you say like that, I don't want your wish. I don't want your SMS. Immediately mosquito understands, oh, she is not sleeping, awake. Smart. 80 million years of experience. You think mosquito is stupid? He is the most smartest creature, still living. 80 million years. Still they are able to, with all our chemical warfare, still mosquito is flying around. Last night also, I was bitten by 4 or 5 mosquitoes. Yeah, I couldn't sleep really. So no, in some other place. So it is all, they are the most smartest creatures. I'm telling you, I'm taking a cheap example and making it a big. One mother and father mosquitoes. I had a small baby, youngster. The youngster was telling mom and dad, I am old enough. Let me go out. First night, I would like to go. Then they told, yeah, you are old enough. Okay, we allow you first night. Okay, we bless you. Go ahead. But be careful. Go everywhere, but don't go to one species. Avoid one species. You know what species is that? Homo sapiens. Don't go to him at all. He is the most dangerous and poisonous animal in the whole world. And the youngster went, and whole night gone. Morning they were waiting for the youngster, and 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, nothing. So the parents thought he's dead, better we set up for some funeral. Everything was ready. Then came mom and dad coming, very happy. Then we thought you all died. Thank God you returned. How was the experience? Then I told everything was beautiful, mom and dad. But you told that humans are the most bad and dangerous, but they are the most friendly species I found. Because whenever I went close to them, they somehow knew that today is my first day. Everybody was clapping. Everybody was clapping and appreciating my first day out. Wow. Look at mosquitoes, how they see humans. But you see humans, how they see mosquitoes. We are so mean, but mosquito is so noble. He says, wow, humans are so noble creatures. Because they know, because they are our bigger sister. Everybody is our older brother and older sister. Nobody is younger to us. We didn't allow any younger sisters to be born and appear. Yeah, that's another matter. So we are the little brother and little sister in the planet Earth. So they understand. Our little brother, little sister, they behave exactly like little. They are simply telling you, again, night time, grow up. Coming to you, grow up. So that is what they are telling. Because they have the duty to correct us and to teach good stuff. In Job, book of Job, you read so beautifully in chapter 12, ask the mountains, they will tell you. Ask the fishes of the sea, they will tell you. Ask the birds of the air, they will instruct you. See, our older brothers and sisters, they have wisdom and they can teach us. And all wisdom comes from nature, remember that. The wisdom doesn't go here to nature, never ever. Every wisdom comes from nature. And universal communion. That means we are communicating and communing with one another. It's a kinship. We are interdependent. We can't come today without one cell. Started off some 3.8 billion years ago. One cell, multi-cell, you know, everything, reptiles, mammals, amphibians, fishes, mammals and humans. Complete continuation. So we are here today and it will continue another deep into future. So it is a universal communion. We commune with the past, present, and the future. It is all one entity. There is no separation. Everything is together. The common destination of goods. Every resource on the planet belongs to everyone, not only humans. The soil, for example, it doesn't belong for the brick makers. The soil belongs to plants, grass, ants, every creature, because they produce soil. And at last we steal the soil from them and we take the whole lot. So, common destination, all gifts on the planet, they are blessings to everybody. Again, the past, the present, the future. The last one, the gaze of Jesus. Jesus is the role model. He is teaching us how to relate with the creation. Look at the birds of the air, look at the lilies of the field, and don't catch fish. And be prudent like snakes, and be innocent like doves. All those teachings. Hello, Father Michael. Good afternoon. Oh my God. Oh my God, Father Michael, yeah, he is my coordinator, taking me all around, and he did a good job, and Father Christopher, and so on. Thanks, welcome. You didn't sleep? If I'm a coordinator, I would have slept anyway. But he is so interested to come. All right. So Jesus is our model, how to relate with the creatures. I am the good shepherd. That image. Fantastic. Fantastic. A snake. Snake is bad. That's what we thought, isn't it? Because what did snake do? According to Bible. Yeah, that's what even today we are telling. And the man betrayed his own woman. The man told, this was given by the woman you gave me. That is what he told to God. She, one you gave me, she gave me this fruit. And then when God asked the lady, oh, no snake. Now snake can't talk. But snake could do one thing. It put the hood here and said, no, I am not. Not, I am not. Immediately we kill the snake because truth will come out. So we are afraid. So we need to kill all the snakes in the planet. Because one day we are the culprit. We don't want to take responsibility. Let snake. So it was cursed by Father God. After 2000 years, Jesus opens the file again. Let me examine that case. 2000 years ago, my father was very, very hurry in judging the snake. Let me open and see. And Jesus found, oh my God, not guilty at all. And now he proclaims, he canonizes the snake. Saint and martyr and doctor of the church. Matthew chapter 15, I forgot, 15, 10, 15 I think. Be prudent like snakes. He could have told, be prudent like Solomon. He didn't say that. He said, be prudent like snakes. Now snake becomes the patron saint for prudence. You better follow snake, proclaimed by Jesus himself as a saint. Some temples in India, they have snake image, no? So they already proclaim snake is a saint. But in our churches, we don't see that. But he canonized the second saint also, the same day. Be innocent like doves. So now, for innocence, he could have told, be innocent like Sarah. He didn't say that. He said, be innocent like doves. Now dove has become...
Matthew chapter 16.
16?
Chapter 10 verse 16.
Yeah, exactly. Matthew chapter 10 verse 16, exactly, yeah. So be prudent like snake and be innocent like doves. So today, they are saints. I mean today, the creatures, they set example for spirituality of sacrificing, sharing, and being prudent and innocent. Chicken, for example, a great symbol of sacrifice, sharing. Jesus says, if somebody asks your outer coat, give your inner coat. So chicken is doing the same thing. We are taking the outer coat flesh. He says, no, take my inner egg also, inner coat. Yeah, he's giving. And also the sheep, when you shear the wool, you are taking outer coat, but sheep is telling, not only that, take my inner coat also. And it gives you. For that, all the planet is saying the same thing. Take it and eat it, this is my body. The whole planet is telling, The banana on your table when you go home, it's looking at you when you return. Hey, take it and eat it. This is my body. Then you take it and eat it. The mango is little louder. Take it and eat it. This is my body. All the food on your table, they are looking at you and telling, take it and eat it. This is my body. Everything in nature telling, take it and eat it. This is my body. This Mass is not just half an hour, 45 minutes. This Mass is, it's a cosmic Mass. It is a Eucharistic planet. It is happening from the day one. That day, matter and energy. That is the Mass. Take it and eat it. This is my body, both of them. So stars are born. So we are here. So today, take it and eat. Some creature is telling to some other creature, same words what we use in the Mass. Take it and eat it. This is my body. So Jesus observed the nature, and at last he is using on behalf of humanity, because everybody says take it and eat it, this is my body. Only one species doesn't say it. Imagine human going to a lion and say take it and eat it. Crocodile. So we don't say, right? We eat others, but we don't want to get eaten. Yeah. So we always, he knows, Jesus knows, nobody's going to say that. So on behalf of all humans, only Jesus said, take it and eat it. This is my body. It is not only food for humans, he becomes a food for all of creation, food for everybody. So that is the symbolism. So Jesus is the best model. All right, this is the second. We saw the Bible. Some of the quotes is excellent for you to read. 66 paragraph. The Bible suggests that human life is grounded in three fundamental and closely intertwined relationships: with God, with our neighbor, and with the earth itself. According to the Bible, these three vital relationships have been broken, both outwardly and within us. This rupture is sin. So only three relationships: relationship with God, relationship with the neighbor, and last, relationship with the whole of creation. So only three. The Old Testament, New Testament, Jesus coming, it's only the explanation of these three vital relationships. Our life can be summed up, all the past, present, future, in these three relationships. So that's very important. 69, each creature possesses its own particular goodness and perfection. Each of the various creatures will in its own being, reflects in its own way a ray of God's infinite wisdom and goodness, even a mosquito. Man must therefore respect the particular goodness of every creature to avoid any disordered use of things. Yes. If God found everything was good, who is human to say that is poisonous and bad? It is not us to say. 83. The ultimate purpose of other creatures is not to be found in us. Rather, all creatures are moving forward with us and through us towards a common point of arrival, which is God. In that transcendent fullness where the risen Christ embraces and illumines all things, human beings, this is our role. This is our role. Human beings are created to lead all the creatures back to the Creator on a pilgrimage. So take them and give to them. So when you go there, probably you will say, then God will ask, where is the chicken? Then you will say, everything was eaten. I am very sorry. Where is the fish? That also eaten. No, that is very bad. That's very bad. So we need to take back everything. See, human beings endowed with intelligence and love and drawn by the fullness of Christ are called to lead all creatures back to their Creator. I am sure snake will not make it, I think. That is the one we are going to finish him off. He will ask, Where is the snake? Where is the snake? I think because he proclaimed as the same thing last, snake and dove. Where are they? This is a book of words, book of words. You better learn to read book of words. Alright? Laudato Si is to learn how to learn the book of words. When you see a mountain, you see creatures, when you see plants, you are reading the Bible. Look above, read it. Look below, read it. Look everywhere. You can read the Bible. All creatures, they read, except human. This Bible is 5,000 years old. Book of Works is 15 billion years old, written by God Himself. This book will disappear when humans disappear, but that book will never disappear. Forever and ever, it's going to stay. So that is that book, what we are supposed to read. We find God in creation. He is talking to us. Not only through Bible He talks, but through creation He talks. So that is the first book. So we got to see 85 paragraph. God has written a precious book whose letters are the multitude of created things present in the universe. Alright? So now you got the PhD, both the chapters. That's all. Hereafter, very fast. These are the first chapters, very long. The rest of them, very smooth sailing, very fast we go. So first two chapters, C. Did you see that? Did you see the planet? Did you see the Bible? Okay, say Laudato Si. So we are coming to the third chapter. Okay. Pope Francis is looking at you like a 007, like a Roger Moore. You are guilty. So judge is judging. So next two chapters, judge. This is the title. The human roots of our ecological crisis. Human is the cause, in other words. He is the virus, he is the pathogen, and he is the cancer cell of the planet. He is not afraid to tell that. Only one species destroyed the planet, humans. That's a very bold statement. See here, the first, now man is having technology, he can destroy more efficiently now. Before that we had only two hands. And you need to go and cut a tree for 4 hours to fell down a tree. But now the bulldozer comes and does like that. And then all the trees are completely gone within few minutes. So the technology, see, he calls it creativity and power. There are two technologies. He says, technology as a service, creativity is good. In other words, good transportation system. For example, in your kitchen, efficient way of cooking, a stove. So far we have never invented efficient stove using little fuel, but we are inventing only cell phones. Nothing else. Not at all in a practical, the things that help our humans to cook and clean, we are not doing that. Only distractions. We spend more creativity on distractions and destructive items. So now, Pope is telling, invent some good stuff for efficient cooking, good medicational equipment in the hospital for the human health, and probably good medications, that kind of stuff, and good transportation, and maybe renewable energy-based airplanes, trains, non-polluting energy, that kind of technology is welcome. He says technological service is welcome, but technological dominion is wrong. So there are difference. Don't think he's condemning technology. Service, welcome. Dominion. Dominion means I can't live without technology. In other words, I can't live without cell phone and computer. and television, that kind of stuff. Addicted to this kind of electronic items, and our relationship has become a screen relationship. There is no human relation. We are not relating with flesh and blood. We are relating with the glass and asphalt and wires and the screens. So this is what our relationships are. So that is very sad, this has. And especially the bad technology is like a bombs and guns. It's all bad technology used on human. And even cell phone, it may be good, but at the same time, the radiation is causing so much of damage to other creatures. So, Pope is telling there is no ethics at all. There is no ethics. When a cell phone is made, ethics is not seen, value is not seen. The side effects are not measured. The impact assessment is not at all calculated. Every invention, there is no bioethics. There is no righteousness. There is no justice. What the impact would be after 50 years, 100 years, long-term impact assessment, nothing is seen. Just introduce an item, that's all. But there are no ethical guidelines for it. So that is the technology, what Pope is denouncing. The second one is the globalization of the technocratic paradigm. Every nook and cranny, it is enforced. It is enforced and introduced. Markets are filled with the same boring stuff. Even in a village, remote village in India, they don't have food to eat, but they have a cell phone and watching Bollywood dances. No food, but dance. So this is what is happening. There was one interview in India. A reporter was interviewing college students, and then the reporter was asking, today cell phone is going to be taken away from all the 7.5 billion people. So how are you going to feel? So one fellow coming and telling, I may die, sir. I may die, sir. So that is called dominion. You see, you can't live even. You're going to die because cell phone is taken away. So that is desperate. That is desperate response. So today many people, you see, without cell phone, if you take a cell phone today, and then if he loses the cell phone, I think he is getting schizophrenic. I think everything is lost. People go into panic attack. Such a kind of, as if he had the heart, he lost his heart. So that is called dominion. So now it is globalization. Everybody is having. And we are, you know what? The students learn in the ecology lesson, the syllabuses, which includes land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and light pollution, and noise pollution. These are the 5 subjects are taught to students all over the world when it comes about pollution. But Pope is adding now the 6th pollution called mental pollution. Mental pollution. Mental pollution is caused through globalization of this technocratic paradigm, through cell phone. Through cell phone, nobody can achieve PhD. I mean, who will make a PhD in cell phone? Yes, we get some information. Actually, information overload. That is what Pope is telling. Information overload. It overloads your senses, and you can't think right. You can't sleep. People are awake all night, morning itself. So that is called dominion. Now technology is dominating your life. That is not right. The third, very important, anthropocentrism. That is what destroying other creatures. Anthropocentrism means one